For the story that we are breaking this evening, it is now confirmed Rahul Gandhi will not be anointed as the president of the Congress party as was being speculated in the month of April. Sonia Gandhi will stay on as party chief at least till the Bihar elections slated for October, November are over. The AICC meet that was scheduled to take place within the first fortnight of April has been deferred to September or October. Some are saying it will take place only after the Bihar elections. Rahul Gandhi, we are now told, will only return to Delhi at the end of the month and is likely to come to Parliament only when the budget session resumes in the third week of April. Okay, Javed Ansari, our national editor, is joining us at the moment. Javed, it appears a complete change in plan for the Congress. The AICC session will now not take place as scheduled in April. Why? What has happened for the Congress to suddenly change its plans about Rahul Gandhi?
Look, Rajdeep, the ICC session was scheduled around the fact that it would mark Mr. Rahul Gandhi's elevation as the Congress president. But today is the 33rd day. Rahul Gandhi has been missing in action. He's not been in Parliament. He's taken leave to introspect. So he's been away for 33 days. In Rahul Gandhi's absence, that session will not take place. And they also believe that were Rahul Gandhi to come back and then immediately the session take place and he be elevated, it would not go down well. And therefore, that AICC session has been deferred, as also Rahul Gandhi's elevation. No time frame has been fixed, but we are told by sources in the Congress party that it could happen after the end of the Bihar elections, which in practical terms means perhaps at the end of the year.
And it also seems that Sonia Gandhi, Javed, has taken full charge. Suddenly it appears that Sonia Gandhi is much more visible than she has been since the Lok Sabha elections of May. In the last fortnight, I'm suddenly seeing Sonia Gandhi out there.
Well, most certainly, and there's a lot more energy to the Congress party, and it primarily stems from Mrs. Gandhi. Both inside the house and outside, she's leading from the front. In sharp contrast to Rahul Gandhi, political absenteeism is no substitute for leadership, and Sonia Gandhi is showing that. She showed that by egging on the Congress members inside the Lok Sabha, and also now when she hit the streets, she's begun touring. She was the one who was primarily responsible for bringing the entire opposition together and marching to Rashtrapati Bhavan to visibly demonstrate their opposition to the land acquisition bill.
Okay, so what is becoming clear is that Sonia Gandhi has decided to take charge. Rahul Gandhi is now clearly, his coronation has been deferred yet again. Javed Ansari bringing us that piece of news there at the top of 9. Now, Sonia Gandhi, more visible. She made a one-day visit today to villages in Kota and Rajasthan to meet the farmers there who have suffered crop and livestock losses due to unseasonal rain and a hailstorm earlier this week. Sonia left the villages of Darbiji and Morpa with a promise of ensuring speedy relief. She has also promised the farmers she will fight on for them. This comes just 48 hours after she was seen leading a rally along with opposition leaders or a march to Rashtrapati Bhavan against the government's land acquisition bill.
उन लोगों ने मुझे बताया और मैंने खुद देखा सड़क में भारी नुकसान है। उन लोगों के पास शायद खाने के लिए कुछ नहीं बचा। उन लोगों का मांग है कि सही मुआवजा होना चाहिए और जल्दी से जल्दी अगर हो सके।
आपको उम्मीद है वसुंधरा सरकार
लोगों के पास कुछ नहीं,
मोदी जी कुछ करेंगे?
कुछ नहीं बचा।
मोदी जी कुछ करेंगे? किसानों की बहुत बात करते हैं।
हम लोग उन लोगों के लिए संघर्ष करेंगे, जाहिर है, लेकिन जाहिर है कि सरकारों की जिम्मेदारी बनती है, क्योंकि सरकारों के पास सब कुछ है, साधन है, पैसा है उन लोगों को मदद देने के लिए।
The big question then, is a power shift once again taking place in the Congress? Sonia Gandhi now taking charge, Rahul Gandhi disappearing, missing in action. Let's find out from Congress leader Jyotiraditya Scindia, who I spoke to a short while ago, even as the first half of the budget session ended today. Jyotiraditya Scindia is my guest. Jyotiraditya Scindia, the first big question. It seems to me as an observer that Sonia Gandhi has suddenly woken up and decided to take charge of the Congress party. She writes a letter to Anna Hazare. She has led a march to Rashtrapati Bhavan. She is visiting farmers. Suddenly it appears that Sonia Gandhi has woken up to taking up the charge of opposition leader.
But she's always been in charge of the Congress party. She has always led from the front. It was fairly evident in the 2004 election, followed by the 2009 election. She has always been very, very spirited in her actions and her directions and her debate, whether it was last session or this session. It's always been her temperament. When there's something that she is very emotional about and emotive about, such as the plight of farmers, which are 65% of our economy, she leads from the front.
You know, you say she leads from the front, but I find it that it seems more than just a coincidence that she's suddenly taking charge of this visibly more public profile when Rahul Gandhi, who many believed was going to take charge of the Congress, has done a disappearing act. He's been missing in action now for 5 weeks.
Not at all. I think she's always led from the front. First of all, I don't agree with your notion. He's gone to do a great deal of introspection in terms of strategizing going forward, but she's always led from the front. We saw that last time in Parliament as well, when the whole incident happened of one of the BJP members of Parliament labeling Nathuram Godse as a patriot, and she led it from the front on that issue as well. She has always, as I mentioned earlier, been very, very much at the forefront on issues that are at the core of our Indian existence and our mythology.
No, you're saying that, but the bottom line is, since your defeat in May, Sonia Gandhi had taken a relatively low profile. Now with Rahul Gandhi going on this mysterious leave of absence, it seems that Mrs. Gandhi has no choice but to take charge of your party to revive your cadres.
Well, first of all, he will be back for the second half of the budget session, and I'm sure he will make his mark then. But as far as she's concerned, she has always led from the front, as I mentioned earlier. This land acquisition bill was a very, very important part of the Congress's core ideology of making sure that the farmers get a fair deal in the new and resurgent India. And when that was not tampered with, but pretty much consigned to the dustbins, she took a very, very forward role, as all of us did. Because I think a very raw deal has been given to the farmers in India, and which is why you've seen all opposition parties coalescing together to oppose this bill.
You know, you are saying that Rahul Gandhi will be back for the second half of the budget session that starts in the middle of April, but is he going to come back as party president? Because there is speculation, or there was speculation, of him being elevated to that post, but our sources now are saying that Rahul's entire coronation is deferred.
The word that you used is absolutely correct. When there is speculation, I always desist from entering into that arena. So I think that's for the Congress party to decide, and for Mrs. Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to decide. And I think it's better if you and I stay out of that ambit at this point of time.
Mr. Scindia, you are playing safe, but in Parliament it seems that the Congress party seems to be doing reasonably well without Mr. Rahul Gandhi around. It almost seems now that the last month has shown that Rahul Gandhi is almost irrelevant to the Congress party. You don't need him.
Well, we did very well last session as well when Rahulji was present. Both he and Mrs. Gandhi have led from the front at all times. If you remember, we had many protests outside Parliament under his leadership. We protested inside Parliament, both through our positioning in the well of the House as well as through our debates. And I think they both inspire us in terms of which direction we need to take the party and also the country. You know, Mr. Scindia, you keep saying your leaders are leading from the front. The fact is, your leader, Rahul Gandhi, has done a disappearing act during this entire first half of the budget session. Sonia Gandhi seems to have just suddenly emerged out of a prolonged hiatus in the last 10 days. How can you say that, you know, they've done some kind of they've led from the front? Where have they led from the front? I don't agree with you, Rajdeep. That may be your assessment, and let's agree to disagree, because I think that she has always led from the front, as I have said. I've given you innumerable examples as well, whether it was this session or the last session. And as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, I do think that all of us miss his presence in this session, but the fact that he's not here for the first half of the session doesn't imply that his leadership capability is put to the test, or that he will not lead us in the second half of the budget session. Let me get this straight. Do you want to see Rahul Gandhi take the lead and become your party president next month? Yes or no? I do not want to get into that part of the debate. There are a lot of people who have been giving various comments and speculation. I do not believe in that. I never have. As you very well know me, I think this is their decision, and I really do believe that the Congress will move forward under their joint leadership.
You're saying joint leadership, but your colleague Kamal Nath told us a few weeks ago that there cannot be two power centers in the party as there are at the moment. And if you go to Rahul Gandhi, he says, please go to Sonia Gandhi. You go to Sonia Gandhi, he says, go to Rahul Gandhi. Do you agree with Kamal Nath's assessment that there are two power centers? Your party is falling between two stools, to quote his exact words?
I think as far as my experience is concerned, both Mrs. Gandhi and Rahul are very, very clear. They also are on the same plane. And as I said to you earlier, she is the president of our party, he is the vice president, and they both inspire us and take the direction the party needs to take.
But there are whisper groups already within the Congress who privately say that Rahul Gandhi perhaps is simply not up to it. And this is what is being recognized, that this leave of absence for introspection, which was the official version, suggests actually that Rahul simply doesn't have it in him to actually take over, and finally Sonia Gandhi is realizing that.
There are tremendous amount of. The problem is in India that, Rajdeep, as you also well know, there are too many whispers.
No,
and too many smoke screens. And I think we must deal with reality. We must deal with the position that is at hand. And I, in life, have always chosen to do that. My president is Sonia Gandhi. My vice president is Rahul Gandhi. I work under their leadership.
You are playing safe. I want to know, do you subscribe to the view within a section of your party that Rahul Gandhi simply doesn't have it in him to become the party leader? The Congress needs to do something drastic now.
I believe that the Congress does need to do something drastic. I really do think that we have lost the mind space and the heart space in the last elections. I think we need to strategize and do it quickly. We've already a year has passed. People don't wait. I think it's important for us to move into execution phase of whatever the strategy that has been decided. And I think we need to move back into the grassroots. You and I have discussed many issues that need to be confronted, many issues that need to be tackled. Among them, going back to the grassroots, growing state leadership, a lot of very clear low-hanging fruit and mid-level hanging fruit. And I think we need to really roll up our sleeves and get down to it.
The fact,
I think that a year is good enough time, and I'm looking forward to that strategy blueprint being unveiled, so that every congressman and every congresswoman, every congressperson can get down to work. We are doing our bit in Parliament under their leadership. And I'm sure, as far as the organization is concerned, also that blueprint will be unveiled fairly soon when he returns.
So you are giving us an important news point. You are accepting that the Congress needs drastic revamp. You are accepting that the time for introspection, as Rahul Gandhi's supporters call it, is over, and it's time for action.
I think the time for introspection is way over. I think that the time for execution should have started a couple of months ago.
Okay, that's a significant point you're making. But in a sense, will this agitation over the land acquisition bill be the magnet now for you to try and come back into a position where you want to really play the role of the opposition? Will it unify the opposition as is being suggested by some?
Well, I think in life, Rajdeep, it's very important to define the means and the end. You have juxtaposed a situation where you have defined the end as unity and the means being the bill and farmers' interests. I would put it the other way around. I would put the farmers' interests as the end and opposition unity as the means to be able to achieve that end. I do not believe in a short-sightedness of political purpose. I believe that when a travesty is being committed and injustice is being committed to a large section, or probably the largest section of citizens in our country, it is our duty by the Constitution to rise against that injustice. And what you've seen happen over the last couple of weeks, whether it was our debates in Parliament, and it's something that I spoke on, which is very dear to my heart, whether it was the walk that was led by Mrs. Gandhi to the President, whether it's on various debates that we've been on, whether you've seen the reactions across various social spectrum, whether it's NGOs, farmers, societies across the board, across India. There's one clear echo, and that is that this government is anti-farmer, this government is anti-poor, this government does not have its act together in terms of Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas.
You know, Mr. Scindia, that is oppositional rhetoric. The point I want to come back to, you have led the debate for the Congress party on the land bill in Parliament. You have been very vocal and active in Parliament. Why don't you take up the leadership role? Why wait for an absentee Rahul Gandhi who wasn't even present in Parliament? Why aren't you taking a leadership role then?
Well, I think he has already taken up a leadership role. The very fact that you and I are having a debate over the land acquisition bill is something that he gave birth to. He pioneered that cause.
But he pioneered the cause and disappears. My point is, why is Jyotiraditya Scindia not being projected as a potential leader for the Congress? Why should someone only come from the Gandhi family?
Rajdeep, let me finish. Whether it's the Mahatma Gandhi Rozgar Yojana, when it went from 200 districts to 600 districts, that was something that was piloted very clearly by Rahul Gandhi. And we look forward to working under his leadership.
Why are you not...
that he certainly is a brand ambassador for the Congress, a brand ambassador for the youth, and we look forward to working underneath him.
Are you happy to be a lieutenant, happy to work under Rahul Gandhi as a lieutenant in Rahul's army rather than being the general?
Well, I think we all have our work cut out for us. As a member of parliament, as a worker in Madhya Pradesh, I have my responsibility cut out for me. And I think that if we all play our respective roles to the hilt, that will give a great boost to the party. So I think before you look onward and upward, it's important to look down and make sure that the ground that you're standing on is extremely solid.
Effectively, you're telling me that you are happy to work under the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, who is missing in action. But we're going to leave it there, Jyotiraditya Scindia. Clearly, the impression that is now being suggested within a section of the Congress is that Sonia Gandhi has decided to take charge. The Rahul move has once again been deferred.